My name is Eric Kole, and the film I brought to the Greenwich Film Festival is The First Time I Never Met You, which is a sci-fi drama short.
And how did the idea, what was the inception of the idea? How did you come to make the film?
I watch a lot of sci-fi, probably too much. So I feel like my propensity to fall towards this sort of concept was already there from a long time. But I got really interested in how we remember memories that might have led to heartbreak or to a loss, and trying to play around with that concept as if you could go, but with the life experience that you've had, would it feel the same? Would it be the same? Would you make things better, or would you mess it up because now you know too much? So I was trying to play around with like these concepts of loss, grief, and then what would you do if you could go back? Yeah.
You also act in the film as well as direct the film.
I do.
What is it like to direct yourself?
It's manic, it's insane. You will lose your sanity, and you might get it back, but that's not guaranteed. No, it's an interesting task. I feel like the directing and the acting kind of lend themselves sort of together. Because you always hear of directors that are like directors, actors, like they really direct performance and stuff like this, which I think that there is that not similarity, but it feels like they're on similar lanes, but at different levels. The tough part was I ended up doing a little bit of producing as well, and getting that sort of logical, gotta get things done in this and that sort of side of your brain whilst you're being fully creative on the other side. That was like the most challenging part, but luckily I wasn't producing myself. I had a full-on producer as well on board, so I didn't have to stress as much as I probably could have stressed. But I think having people around you really helps manage those different tasks. Yeah.
I'd love to hear more about the casting process, because it's quite an ensemble, isn't it? It's quite a lot. I mean, how did that come about?
It's mostly people that I knew I could work with. So people I'd worked with before, people I already knew. Because I think it's the biggest project I've made, the biggest budget, the biggest team I've ever worked with. And I figured, you know what, I need to feel as comfortable with the people I'm working with as possible. I remember with my producer at one point we discussed the idea of getting a name in the film, which is something that makes sense. But I quickly realized that I know myself, and I know I'm gonna feel nervous around someone that's done so much, and I'm gonna feel the pressure to look more professional than I already am, which you don't really want to have to worry about when you've got the story that you're telling to worry about. You've got the performances you're going to do to worry about, and as I was doing a little bit of the producing, you've got some other bits to worry about, and you're like, okay, I don't need to worry myself with looking not looking good, but looking right for someone that might be used to something bigger. So I was like, you know what, let me work with people that already know me and understand what I'm doing, and where I don't feel like I need to prove myself to the people around me, because that's just a mental labor that you can do without.
It kills creativity.
Yeah.
So you obviously made films in the past.
Yeah.
Did you learn something in particular during this project that you hadn't before?
Yeah. Do different takes. When I say different takes, we did different takes, but have the takes be different, have a different flavor, different intensity, because that will help a lot
in terms of performance.
Yeah, performance. Tune it up a little bit, do it louder, do it quieter. So you've got like these nuances that you can. Well, there'll be nuances in the performances anyway, but once you get to the edit, you can try different things and mix certain things and create and really sort of mold the performances, which help you tell the story a little bit better. That's the biggest lesson from this short anyway. Yeah.
So with this particular short, it's sci-fi predominantly, but it's like sci-fi, romance, drama.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a combination.
Yeah.
What makes this one stand out to other sci-fi shorts?
Well, I don't know if I can say that without spoiling it.
Okay.
Makes it stand out is there is no. Let's just say it doesn't use time travel as a way to fix everything and make everyone happy.
Okay.
You know, there are consequences to time travel.
Doc Brown said it best.
Yeah, yeah, you know, yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of, I guess it's the trope that we see a lot is, you know, you get your whole film and things go wrong, and then your hero learns the lesson, and then at the end they can go back to make sure that things are fixed. And yeah, I was trying to stay away from that trope, without saying too much.
In years to come,
Yeah.
what would you like an audience to remember from this film? If there's one thing you want an audience to remember, what would you like that to be?
Oh, that's easy. That's the quote at the start of the film. It is better to have loved and lost than never have loved at all. If, you know, people sort of end up thinking about this and take that away from seeing the film, then, you know, I'll be happy. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Sweet.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. Can
Thank
I ask
you.
you for a favor?
Yeah.
Can you take a picture of me as if I'm being from behind the, yeah, you know, the